Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tune on in before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, everybody is having a powerful Thursday thus far. Getting everything situated on my end before we start building. Like I said, hopefully this Thursday is going nice and peaceful and powerful for you all. Got some quick inspiration and motivation that I want to spit out to you all today. So hopefully what I got to say resonates with you and you can take some jewels from whatever it is that I got to offer you for the day. Implement it in your life. Hopefully you see some results based on what I say today. Joy the Serpent. Peace. What's going on with you? Justin, what's going on with you, my brother? Kuwait that's kept. What's going on with you? Justin, man, everything is peaceful. Everything is centered my way, man. It's all good. TZ, peace. What's going on? Lindell, peace. What's going on with you? Hey, glad I could go live, man. I was supposed to do it the other day. Wasn't able to do it. So glad I'm able to tap in today. How everybody holding up, though, man? We got some inspiration today, man. We got to talk about talking too much and doing nothing. So we got to start saying less out here. Kev, what's going on with you, man? Them sit-ups? You talking about the ones I posted today? If so, got to get them in. But we got to talk about saying less and doing more, man. That's the theme for today. Say less, do more. It's time for us to start valuing that action. A lot of us talk a good talk, but we don't do anything. Yeah, Kev, send me that. Send me that video. Brandy, peace, what's going on? Fresh off the plantation. Now we tapped into some freedom. But yeah, man, we gotta talk, man. We talk too much, man. We starting to talk too much and we don't do much. Our actions not in alignment with our words. So at this point, man, we got to start valuing action a lot more than we do. We got to start valuing action a lot more than we do, man. Like I said, our words are not in alignment with our actions. So a lot of people think that you could just merely say some things and that's going to lead to the manifestation of it. It's really not that simple. As you see, a lot of people say a lot of things, but do the total opposite of what they are saying. So if that theory were true, that you could just speak it and then it automatically would translate into you doing it, come on, we'll be in a much better position. But it doesn't work like that, man. It does not work like that. That's why I always tell people to value action. You know the monks take that oath of silence, man. We don't have to be doing all this talking. We don't have to do all this talking. If you want to do something, do it. You want to be something, be it. But stop talking about it. Stop wasting your breath talking about doing something. Stop wasting your breath talking about being something. Just do it and be it. It's really quite that simple. The more time you spend talking about it, the less time you're going to spend actually doing it and being it. And that's the actual truth. That's the reality of it. So you got to focus more so on just being something and doing whatever it is that you want to do. But talking about it 24/7 is not going to lead to any form of manifestation. It's not. It's not. Like I said, that time you spending talking is the time you could be spending doing it. So if you ain't good at balancing out your words and your actions, then I would focus more on the actions. I would focus more on the doing and the being. If you're not good at balancing it out, if you're not good at saying something and then doing it, then you got to just focus on the action portion of it. You got to focus on the action portion of it. Some people are good at balancing it out. Some people are good at saying something and then doing it. A lot of people are not, though. A lot of people are not. A lot of people are just good at talking that good talk, but they're not good at executing. Execution is key. A lot of people don't know how to execute, but they know how to talk about executing, but they don't know how to actually execute in the physical. And that's the problem. That's a big time problem. So we got to work on that execution. Got to work on it. And the way you work on it, like I said, man, stop talking. Stop talking about what you're going to do all the time, all day. We tired of hearing about your dreams. We want to see something. We want to see something. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people start having problems with Umar, man. They got tired of hearing him talk about the school. They wanted to see the school. That's what we want to do. We want to see something. I don't want to hear you talk about something all day, every day. I don't want to hear you ask about something all day, every day. We need to see. We need to see something in physical form, man. And you should need to see something in physical form for yourself. So all that talking, man, listen. The talking, the words serve their purpose. Serve their purpose. But the word should not be 80% of what we do. It should be, like I said, a 50-50 balance. And if so, or if you're one of those people that are not able to balance it 50-50, then the action should be 80. Action should be at least 80%. Just got to do it. If you got to take some L's, just take the L's. Trials and tribulations. Kev, the crazy thing about it is, the crazy thing about it. And the execution really don't even be that hard. It really don't be that hard in the grand scheme of things. We just talk so much about it. Like, it don't even really be that hard. All that time we spend talking about something, complaining about something, is the time that we can spend executing. Prime example, when it comes to fitness, one thing that people like to do, they like to say they don't have enough time. Well, listen, all that time you spend complaining about being out of shape, being overweight, being obese, I guarantee you waste more. I guarantee you spend at least 30 minutes complaining about being out of shape, being obese. So that 30 minutes that you spend complaining about the situation, you could easily spend it exercising, working out, things of that nature. But once you get into, like, listen, once you start doing these things, especially the way that you're going to feel, depending on what it is that you got to do. Like, when you start doing the things and you start falling in love with the process, man, it's a beautiful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling to actually see the fruits of your labor. Like, that's a wonderful feeling, opposed to just talking about it and not seeing anything and not doing anything, not manifesting anything. It's 100 times better just doing something than then actually seeing results. Like, it don't get any better than that. Doesn't get any better than that. What would you rather have, to talk about losing weight 24/7, or to actually put in the work and start seeing the pounds come off? So it's like, we got to fall in love with the process, man. We got to fall in love with executing on the process, because that's when you reap the results. Like, talking about losing weight ain't going to make the pounds go away. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. Justin, work on that action. Keep working on it. Keep working on it. Keep working. The action is the best part. Just think about it, man. A lot of times, man, that's what we do. Like, for the most part, when you analyze your day, it's filled with action. We just be doing the wrong things. We do a lot throughout the day, but we don't do a lot of the right things. Hence, when I was talking about productivity and just being efficient. So a lot of times, man, we doing a lot. We being a lot, but we doing the wrong things, and we being the wrong things. So we just need to redirect that energy. We need to redirect that energy, man. You go through a whole work day, you doing a lot, but it's probably not things that you want to do. So you got to use that same energy when it comes to stuff that you want to do. That's why I tell people, man, grind just as hard. If you're striving to be an entrepreneur or a business owner, self-employed, whatever you want to call it, if you're striving to do something of your own, grind just as hard as you would on that 9 to 5. That 9 to 5, you're going to get up. You're not going to be late. You're going to come back from that lunch break when you're supposed to come back from that lunch break. You're going to do everything that they are asking you to do. Why would you not do that for yourself? Why would you not do that for yourself? So a lot of times, man, we be doing a lot of work for these companies, for these corporations, for family members, for friends, for everybody else. But when it's time to put in that work for ourselves, it's like, here we go, all excuses. We got a million different excuses in regards to why we can't do something for ourselves. Yeah, Kev, it's not hard. It is literally not hard. It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. Because like I said, once you start seeing the results, it's going to become that much easier for you. Just got to do it. Just got to do it. Just like we do any and everything else. We just got to do it. Especially when it comes to things that related to our goals and objectives in life. Nigel, peace, what's going on? Just got to do these things. Just got to do it. Stop pondering about it. Just do it. You know you got to get in shape. You know you got to take care of your health. Just do that. Just do that. Your body will only thank you. Like, what's the worst that can happen if you start focusing on your health? Nothing. Like, the only side effects that come with taking care of your health is you being healthy. That's the only side effect, and that's positive. So we got to start weighing the pros and cons, man. That's one thing you got to do too. Weigh the pros and cons, man. If you don't act on this thought now, what are the pros and cons? If I don't do what I need to do right now, what's the worst that can happen? I guarantee you it's going to be a lot of cons. And it's going to be a lot more pros in regards to just doing it now. Like, just do it. Just do it. A lot of us, we afraid to take that L in life, man. We afraid to what they call fail. We afraid to do that. We afraid to do it. Especially when it comes to things that we creating or things that we doing for ourselves. We afraid of that failure. We afraid to take the L. Don't be afraid to take that L. Don't be afraid to fail, man. Like I said, we dedicate a lot of energy and a lot of time to these other corporations. Dedicate that same energy and that time to yourself, to your own corporation. Maze, peace, what's going on? So dedicate that same time, dedicate that same amount of time, energy, and effort to yourself. Tony, all right, so you say you're doing a 21-day fast and you're trying to maintain muscle mass. What type of fast are you actually doing? Because if you're striving to maintain a muscle mass, then I would do like a liquid type of fast and just include a little bit more protein in some of like the smoothies and things of that nature. Yeah, Nigel, and that's what I was talking about in my previous video. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. But you got to be willing to take the risk in the first place. And we're not willing to do that half the time. Take that risk. Listen, in America, man, there is no such thing really as playing it safe. Even when you have these jobs, we think it's safe. No, you're not safe. At any given moment, things can change for you. This pandemic shows you that. So at any given moment, man, your whole life can change. So there really is no such thing as playing it safe, especially here in America. So you might as well go ahead and start taking those risks. The moment we walk outside is risky. Our lives are in danger, man. The moment we walk outside, the moment we leave the crib, the moment we leave the house, everything becomes risky for us. It's a lot working against us just walking outside of the door. It's a lot just waiting on us to take an L, just waiting on us to slip up. They having a bad day, just waiting to take their anger out on us. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's risky just living, man, just existing. As a black man in this country, it's risky. So your whole life a risk. So you might as well do what it is that you want to do what it is that you need to do. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Nothing is promised to us. Nothing will be handed to us, especially from this system. So we have got to start building our own, doing for ourselves, being self-sufficient, liberating ourselves, liberating our families. Like, we have got to start doing that. We have got to start doing that. We have got to start valuing ourselves, valuing our people. That's got to be the priority, because life about to get real. Things about to change. Things about to change. So we got to get out of this whole mentality that it's even a such thing as playing it safe in this country, because it's really not. It's really not. They just waiting on you to slip up. You in that corporate job right now. You that black man, that black woman in that corporate job right now. They waiting on you to slip up. They're just waiting. They're just waiting for the right time to get rid of you. They waiting on you to slip up. They can't wait for you to slip up. They don't like for you being in that position. They don't like for you being in this corporation. They're not going to give you the promotion that you deserve 9 times out of 10. And then if they do give you the promotion that you deserve, then it's for a reason. It's to make them look good, to fulfill a quota or something along those lines. So they got ulterior motives even when they do give you something. So they ain't to be trusted, man. That's why I say we got to do for ourselves. We got to value that. We got to value that. Got to value liberation. Got to value self-sufficiency. Got to do it. Kev, oh, no doubt. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Antoinette, peace queen, what's going on? Everybody is good. I'm peaceful. Everything is peaceful my way. But yeah, Kev, I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I don't want to be anything else other than black, other than original. Anything else. I don't want to be anything else. I don't strive to be anything else. I'm comfortable being a black man. I'm comfortable. I love it. Love it. Wouldn't want to be anything else, man. Wouldn't want to be anything else. Matter of fact, I feel sorry for everybody else because they not original. They not black. That's how I feel. Because they want to be us so bad and can't be us, you know? So I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. The whole world wants to be like us, but we don't want to be like us for the most part. But we know why that is the case. We know why that is a reality. So we know that. We know why we don't want to be like us. We know why we don't know our true potential and greatness. We know why that is the case. We know what happened. That was by design. That was intentional, intentionally done, systemic. So we already know the science behind that. But like I said, man, we gotta start putting the money where the mouth is, man. Like we talk a good talk when it comes to supporting one another and things of that nature. Even when it comes to building things of our own, we talk a good talk, but a lot of times we not walking that walk. We're not walking that walk. Tell people all the time, put your money where your mouth is. I just made a Facebook status. I talked about these stimulus checks that everybody happy to get. I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna tell y'all what to do with y'all money. Matter of fact, forget that. Yes, I am. You better take a small portion of that and utilize it to support a black business or a black person that you rock with. Don't go wasting that money, man, and spending it all these white-owned corporations with the Arabs and all that. Don't do that. Don't give them all your money. Don't give them all that stimulus money. Put some of that back in your community. Put some of that back in your community, man. That should be a priority. A small portion of it. I ain't telling you to put the whole thing back into your community, man, but a small portion of it. You should be able to invest a small portion of it into your community. That's the least you can do. I know you can do that. So I recommend everybody do that, man. If you getting that stimulus check, take a small portion of it. Small portion. Small portion of it, man, and support a black person. Support a black business. Just like we say we do every day. Just like we say we need to do every day. This is the time to do it. This is the time to do it, man. A lot of us do not do it. A lot of us talk about it, but a lot of us do not do it. Support your people. Keep that dollar circulating in that community. We talk about it all the time. We talk about group economics all the time, all day, every day. We talk a good talk. But if we was actually walking that walk, it'd be different. Because again, we already know black people in America, we not broke, we not poor. We got a lot of money. We generate a lot of money collectively. We generate a lot of money collectively. Hence why everybody else markets to us. They trying to get the black dollar. So we make a lot of money collectively, man. The problem is where we spend that money. We don't spend that money correctly. Just like they say, the richest man in Babylon, just like they say, pay yourself first. I'm going to take it a step further. Pay yourself first, then pay your own first or second. So pay yourself first, pay your own second. That's how that should go, man. Prioritize, man. We got to make ourselves a priority. So you pay yourself, give yourself a percentage of your money. Then a percentage of that money should go toward a black business. Just like they got ties in the church and whatnot. We should have that for black businesses, man. You should have a certain percentage of your check of your money going toward a black business, man. Just imagine if we did that. It could be a small percentage, 5%, 10%, 3%. Just imagine if you automatically, just every time you got paid, 3% of that, 5% of that went towards a black business. Just imagine what that could do. Just imagine what that could do. Now, you already paying yourself first. So you're already going to take the money that you need for yourself to do what you need. You're already going to get a percentage of that. Now, just take another small percentage of that and invest in something black. Kurt, you say what you think it would take to eliminate the hate, jealousy out of the black community? Kurt, that's a good question because it's a lot of hate and it's a lot of jealousy in the black community. And again, like Malcolm X said, who taught you to hate yourself? See, that's the problem. The hatred and the jealousy, all of that stems from self-hatred. So I think the best way to counter all of this is for us to continue to teach the concept of knowledge of self. So the only way to counter hate and jealousy within the Black community is to get our people to realize who they actually are, to embrace knowledge of self. When you know yourself, there's no way that you about to hate yourself. And when you don't hate yourself, you're not going to hate somebody that looks like you. So we got to value knowledge of self. We got to teach knowledge of self. We got to encourage and push knowledge of self. We got to get people to know themselves. We got to get people to learn about themselves. A lot of this hatred, a lot of this jealousy, like I said, it stems from the lack of knowledge of self, self-hatred, and it stems from a lot of misunderstandings. So we hate what we don't understand. So we got to make the understanding understood. So we got to deal with knowledge of self, and we got to deal with gaining an understanding in regards to dealing with one another. But it starts with that knowledge of self, knowing yourself, knowing thyself. We can go back to our ancestors with know thyself. It all goes back to that. That's the foundation. So we got to push knowing yourself. That is the first thing that we must push. It's the first thing, knowing yourself, knowing thyself. That is of the utmost importance. We can't skip that step. That's the only reason why the hatred and jealousy exists. You're not about to be hating anybody that looks like you. You're not about to be envious and jealous of anybody that looks like you if you know yourself. If you know yourself, if you know and love yourself. So that knowledge of self, which is going to ultimately lead to self-love, is crucial. But you can't love yourself without knowing yourself, because what are you loving? You loving something that you don't know. You loving somebody that you don't know. So you got to know yourself first. A lot of people skip that part. A lot of people feel like you can love yourself first, or you should love yourself first. No, you got to know what it is that you're loving. You got to know who it is that you're loving. So you got to deal with the knowing, the knowledge first. Miss Donnie, peace, what's going on? And Justin, there you go. See, that's the plan. That's the plan. Get some of that property and put some towards the Black business. And Maze, hey, when we invest in each other, we are saving money. Yeah, when we invest in the Black community, when we invest in the right people in our communities, that is saving money. You're gonna reap a good return on your investment. But like I said, that 10%, take 10%. Richest man in Babylon. That was the percentage that everybody tends to agree on. 10% of whatever money you got coming in, pay yourself first. 10%. Everybody else gonna get their money, and a lot of people don't understand that. When I read Richest Man in Babylon, and I started talking about it, a lot of people was like, man, I got to pay my bills first. Incorrect. Pay yourself first. Give yourself some money first. Because what happens is people tend to pay these bills first, and you don't have any money left over for yourself. What did you work for? What did you do all of what you did for? Nah, you got to pay yourself first. Got to pay yourself first. Everybody else gonna get their money. You're gonna make sure these bills paid. But what you're not gonna make sure is you paid. So you got to make sure you pay first. That's important. That's an important step. Oh, Maze, the price, and then on top of that too, the price. You said all this money they're giving away coming with a price. The price is this. The price. This is what we got to think about. They giving all of this money. You got to think about what they are encouraging here. It's dependency. It's dependency, man. If they keep giving people these stimulus checks, then a lot of people gonna depend on that. A lot of people gonna expect that, and then that's also helping the economy, because again, where do we take this money and who do we give it to? So they benefiting. Listen, the price is we taking this stimulus money and we not doing the right thing with it, and it's going right back to them. So they really not even giving us this money because we giving it right back to them. Because again, who do we spend the money with? So we take the stimulus money and we give it right back to the people that gave it to us. We give it right back to them for the most part. So that's the price. The moment we gonna stop receiving this money is when we stop giving it right back to them. That's when you're gonna see them stop approving these stimulus checks. But we take the stimulus money and we go right to Walmart and we load up. We buy everything out of Walmart. We go to Target. We buy everything out of Target. We give this money right back to them, so they don't have to concoct a powerful plan to make us pay for them giving us this money, because we give it right back to them. We literally give the stimulus money right back to the same people who gave it to us. Literally. I mean, we literally give it right back to them, and they know that. So that's why they don't have any problem approving these packages now. I guarantee you, man, Walmart finna make a lot of money. These grocery stores about to make a lot of money. But who not gonna make a lot of money? Us. We not about to look for the nearest black business to support. Gonna get that money right back to them. Right back to them. And then we gonna get mad at people such as myself for saying you should take some of the money and give it to a black business. We gonna, oh, you shouldn't tell people what to do with the money. I mean, come on, man. The same people that saying that are the same people that complain about the brutality and the wickedness of this system. So if you want to do something about this system, now is the chance. Take the money that they giving you and do something more productive with it than just giving it back to them. Nikki, peace. What's going on with you, Queen? Magic Realms, what's going on? Tryon, man, I mentioned that Claude Anderson book a few lives ago. Yeah, that book, I read that book a minute ago. And Powernomics is good. I got every book from Claude Anderson and read them all. Great elder there. But yeah, we take the money and we give it right back to them. So they're not really concerned about it. They not concerned about it. Mahogany Honey Peace, what's going on with you, Queen? So they not worried about it at all. Like I said, when we take a lot of this money, even when we take the money, it's the crazy thing about it. Because everybody into investing now. Even if we take the money and we invest it in the stock market, guess what companies we gonna invest in? So again, who's really winning? Who's really winning? We'll take this money, we're gonna put it into the stock market, but look at the companies we're gonna invest in. Who owns these companies? So again, we got to start benefiting from something. We got to start looking out for ourselves in some way, shape, or form. Because again, they gonna generate their wealth. They gonna generate their wealth. We got to make sure we straight. We got to look out for one another. That's what we got to do. Lachelle, Peace Queen, what's going on? Dominique, we already know where you at. You on your 6th job right now. You at your 6th job. But yeah, even if we take that money and think we doing something like investing, man, we got to look at what companies we about to invest in. Guarantee you it's going to be a white-owned corporation, a Jewish-owned corporation, something along those lines. It ain't going to be black-owned when it comes to stock market. We're going to invest in AT&T. We're going to invest in Coca-Cola. We're going to invest in Nike. That's what we're going to buy. That's what we're going to buy shares in. Apple, Amazon, all of that. Take some of this money. Take a percentage of this money and invest in something black. We have got to start prioritizing that. Otherwise, let's stop complaining about our condition because we're not really doing anything to change it. We're not doing anything to change it. If we're not willing to put our money where our mouth is, then let's stop complaining about it. Let's stop complaining. I wouldn't even be talking about what I'm talking about if we didn't complain so much about it. Khalil, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? Man, I appreciate that donation you sent earlier, bro. But yeah, my problem is we complain about this system so much, but then we go right back and participate in the wickedness and keeping us oppressed. Like we keeping our own selves oppressed at this particular point. Like we funding the same corporations that are oppressing us. Like we are doing that literally. Like we literally giving them this money. We funding our oppression. We funding the oppressors. Like we are literally doing that, then complain about it. Classic Drip Rob. We're going to put that on the screen so people can invest in that. There you go. And it's a few other, I seen a few other black companies that went public here recently. So that's where you need to put your money. If you're going to invest in the stock market, find the black owned stocks or companies and invest in them, buy some shares up in those joints. That's the way to do it. But we complain about this system so much. And I ask people a lot of times, man, what are we doing? You complain about the wickedness, but then you still participate in the politics. You complain about the wickedness, man, but you still think your vote matters and things of that nature. You finna go vote. You finna go choose between 2 candidates. You finna start doing things like that. Like you complain about the system. You complain about being oppressed, but then, like I said, you get the stimulus money and it goes right back to them. The same corporations that are oppressing us, and it don't go back into your community. But you complaining about this system. You complaining about where black people at in regards to this system, in relation to the system. But you participating in the oppression. You complain about the health of your people, but then as soon as you get some money, you go into a fast food restaurant. Like, these are places that are keeping us oppressed, keeping us at the bottom. Stop taking your money. Stop going to McDonald's with your money. Stop going to Burger King with your money. That's not doing anything good for your people. Stop giving them your money. Like, we gotta listen. We gotta starve some of these companies, man. Some of these companies, some of these places should not exist, because it's nothing beneficial about McDonald's existing at all. Nothing. I don't understand it for the life of me. It's nothing beneficial. It's nothing positive that comes from McDonald's. And yet every corner gonna have a McDonald's. Every corner. We still taking the babies to McDonald's. We still going to McDonald's in 2021. So it's like some of these corporations, literally, if some of these companies, some of these businesses should not exist. Yeah, as soon as we get some money, that's what we go do it. But then we complain about the overall health of our people. We complain about all our people dying of all these diseases. Then we get the money, we taking the kids to McDonald's. The kids got the McDonald's, they got the Happy Meals and things of that nature. But then we just complaining about the condition of our people in regards to our health and these diseases. And we think it's a conspiracy against us. But what are you doing? What are you doing? Nick, peace, what's going on with you? Bella, peace, what's going on? How you complaining about the health of your people, yet you taking your kids to McDonald's? That don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that's the type of stuff that we do. We hoop and holler, oh, this system is wicked. Oh, we dying of all these diseases and they doing this and that to us. What are you doing to yourself, though? Like, yeah, we know they doing wicked stuff to us, man, but they not really actually forcing you to go to this McDonald's. You choosing to go to this McDonald's at this point. Yeah, we know they did the slick marketing, but you didn't already acknowledge how bad the McDonald's is. You didn't already acknowledge that the McDonald's is not healthy, not good for you. Yet you choosing to go at some point, you hold yourself accountable. Like, I can't even tell you the last time I went to Walmart. I don't give Walmart my money. No, I'm not going to Walmart. I'm not going to Walmart. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving them my money. I'm not doing it. Weaning myself off of Walmart. Like, I fasted from Walmart. I just stopped going to Walmart. I'm like, man, I ain't giving Walmart no more money. Not doing it. So we got to do some of these same things to some of these other businesses, especially these fast food chains. They literally should not be existing. And for the most part, we the main ones getting the fast food. We the main ones getting the fast food, but then we be the main ones acting like it's too expensive to eat healthy, but yet you done ate fast food 3 times out of the day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you didn't have fast food. But yet it's expensive to go grab some bananas or something. Some berries or something. It's expensive to do that, man. But you going to these fast food restaurants, eat 3 times a day. And then on the weekend, you go to a fancy restaurant and eat out again. But we gonna make excuses, though. We can't eat healthy. Fasting is free. Don't cost nothing to get you some water and fast. But we finna make all excuses in regards to doing what we need to do. And we finna cry about it. But we not doing anything to actually change our condition. And that's the problem that I have, man. If we was doing something to change the position on a collective level, I'd be cool. But we not doing it. We just complain. We just sit and cry all day. And we doing absolutely nothing to change it. Doing absolutely nothing to change it. On a collective level, of course, small percentage of us out here trying to make moves, trying to change things, trying to liberate ourselves, trying to be self-sufficient, trying to practice what we teach type deal. But it's a lot of people that's not doing that. They teaching one thing, doing the total opposite. We can't be moving like that. We cannot be moving like that. Yeah, Magic, man, listen, you speaking is nice, wonderful, but we shouldn't spend so much time on that portion of it. A lot of people don't understand that. People talk about speaking things into existence. See, we tend to romanticize manifestation. We tend to romanticize speaking things into existence. There is no way on the planet you just finna say something and it happens without you putting in any type of work. Don't work like that. You say something, you have got to put in some work. You say you want to get healthy, just speaking it is not going to make you healthy. You have got to put in the work to be healthy. Listen, your heart is a muscle, so you can't just say, oh, I just want my heart to be healthy or my heart is healthy. You literally got to put that heart to work. You literally got to work the heart out. So you literally got to do that, man. You can't just be talking about, I want to get ripped, I want to get swole, I want to get buff. And you just think you can speak it into existence. Man, you got to hit the weights. You got to lift the weights. Oh, I just want to lose weight, so I'm a just speak it into existence. Oh, I lost weight. I lost 40 pounds. Listen, you're not going to lose 40 pounds if you don't put in work. So again, do not spend all your time on the whole, I'm just going to speak it. No, speak it, then Focus on the process. Focus on the process. Focus on the process. Ace to Don, there you go. And that's like they say, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Dominique, you already know. You already know. We just complain. And another thing we do, you know, again, soon as I say something about supporting black businesses, I have to clarify what I mean, because people say, they point out the obvious and they say dumb things. They say, oh, well, some black businesses shouldn't be supported. I ain't gonna spend my money with somebody just because they black. Nobody has ever said that. That's why I specified and said spend the money with a black person or a black business that you rock with, because a lot of people like to point out the obvious. Like, of course, you're not about to just support somebody off the strength of them being black. Nobody has ever said that. But go find you somebody that's trustworthy, somebody that you know, somebody that you rock with, and support them. That's who you spend your money with. That's who you spend your money with. I ain't just saying go find every black person, just support them off the strength of them being black. Like, we don't got wicked black folks out here. Don't support them. Don't support the scammers out here. We're not talking about them. We're going to support the people that's righteous, the people that's true to the cause. That's who you support. That's who you spend your money with. That's who you break bread with. Yeah, Magic Realms, man, discipline is key. Gotta have that discipline. Gotta have that discipline, man. That is important. Gotta have it. Try on, man. No doubt about it. And that's what, and a lot of people don't realize that. Like I was just talking about, a lot of us, we learn through action. A lot of us, we learn, like, that's learning through experiences, learning through action. So that's how a lot of us learn. So again, that's why it's time to value that action. That's why it's time to put that action first. Just do it, just be it, because that's how a lot of us learn anyway. How many times you'd have been on a job and you had to sit at a computer for training and you was like, man, I really ain't take away nothing for that because I need to actually do it. How many times you been in that position? You done sat at the computer for 2 weeks. Yeah, you learn things sitting on that computer, but it's like, man, you're not gonna really learn the job until you actually start doing the job. You can sit there at that computer and they can take you through all those tutorials that they want to, but you're not gonna actually start mastering the job until you do it. So just let me rock, let me work, let me take some L's, let me mess up a few times. That's what I'm gonna learn. That's why I say action is very important. Motion is very important. Just do it. Put the work in. Leo Soul, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? Man, you stay safe out here. Yeah, Dominique, man, that's what I'm saying, man. We need to put some of these places out of business, man. At least we need to stop rocking with most of these fast food joints, man. We just need to stop rocking with them. They making way too much money off of us, making us sick, killing us. Like, they making way too much money off of that, and we know it. There is nobody on this planet that's going to McDonald's right now that thinks McDonald's is actually healthy. 99% of the people that's going to McDonald's today, that's in a drive-thru right now, know that McDonald's is not healthy, but yet they still in that drive-thru line, or they still walking in there getting whatever it is they getting out of McDonald's. 99% of the population know that they don't need to be eating at McDonald's, yet they are still doing it. Same for all the other fast food. They know that they don't need to be eating that. Know that they don't need to be eating it, yet they doing it. Brandon, man, I got it's on my website, man. Hold up. Let me see if I can pull up the link, man. If you're trying to grab a hoodie, man, let me see if I can pull up this link real quick. It's on my website, man. I'm gonna try to pull it up real quick for you. If you want to support the hoodie, man, I got some more shirts. I got some shirts coming. I'm waiting on these shirts to come in, man. I'm about to start slanging these shirts. But I got some shirts coming in as well, man. That's why I say, man, we got to do for self. And we got to stop talking about just doing it, man. I'm just creating the products. I'm creating it. I'm trying to make these moves, man. I'm trying to be liberated out here. I'm not trying to depend on the system. But I'm about to try to see if I can copy and paste this link for you. All right, Brandon, I put it in the chat, man. Take that link, copy and paste it, and it should pull that hoodie right up. It should pull the hoodie right up. Oh, okay, Tony Briscoe. Then just add some protein sources. Get you some hemp seeds, yo. All right, so if you're doing mainly fruit, get you those hemp seeds. Get you some hemp seeds, like some chia seeds, pumpkin seeds. Seeds are packed with the protein, man, and eat you a large amount of those and put a large amount of those in smoothies or whatnot. And that'll keep that muscle on you. That'll keep that muscle on you. Get those hemp seeds, man. Get you a few bags of them hemp seeds and make sure you consuming those hemp seeds on a regular basis. Along with like bananas too. But yeah, man, we gotta stop funding our death out here, man. We gotta start funding our elevation, our success, all of that good stuff. We have got to start funding that. We got to start, like I said, putting the money where the mouth is, man. We got to start doing that. Stop making excuses, man. We got to stop making excuses. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here, the excuses that we make. And it's crazy out here. Another crazy thing about it too, Lachelle, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And then when I start talking about fasting, it's crazy. It lets you know just how addicted we are to foods. Like it's an addiction, man. Like people, like I said, they talk about crackheads. They talk about people addicted to these drugs. Bring up fasting to your average person. They're gonna be like, man, you want me to go 24 hours or 36 hours without eating anything with just water? Man, it sounds like it when you say that, when you bring it up to people, it sounds like you done told them to go a week without eating. Like, man, you can't go a day without eating some food. That's letting you know how real the addiction is. And that's free of charge. That's free of charge. You ain't got to drive nowhere. You don't have to cook anything. Fasting is free of charge. One of the best things you can do for your health is fast. And yet you bring that up to people and they act like you just talk bad about their moms or something. Like fasting is one of the best things you can do for your health, man. It's inexpensive. It's free. Just water. Grab you some water. Grab your gallon of water. Drink that 24, 36 hours and you rolling. Do that once a week. See what that do for your health. If you don't make any other change, you just do that, I guarantee you that's going to elevate your health. Like that in and of itself will elevate your health. Just doing that once a week, and that's inexpensive. Hey, Dominique, no, Dom actually working on another powder, man, like a green powder. I'm out here making these powders now, the healthy versions of them. So I got a green one coming soon too, green powder. So we definitely putting in the work, man. Definitely got to put in the work. Like I said, that's what I'm focused on, putting in the work, man. A lot of people ask, oh, man, how you do this, that, and the third. Put in the work. You want to do something, learn about it. If I want to do something, first thing I go do is grab a book about it, man. I'm finna learn about it. I ain't finna sit around saying, man, I ain't got the money. I need the money to do this. Nope. I'm finna read how to do it. I'm finna read how to do it the best way possible. Then once I read, I'm gonna just start doing it. But I'm not about to go anything without with a lack of knowledge on it. So I'm gonna do the knowledge to it first because that's the foundation. But once I get the basics down, I'm finna make a move. I'm about to make a move. I'm gonna make a move. Once I get the basics down, now it's time to make a move. Then comes the trial and error. So I'm gonna learn through experience. But I'm gonna get the basics down. And I'm not gonna spend too much time on that process. A lot of times we get too caught up in learning about something. You learning about how to be healthy instead of actually being healthy. So don't waste all your time learning about something. At some point, you got to say, all right, I learned this, I got to implement it. So at some point, you got to learn how to implement what you have learned. Don't just stop at learning about something. Implement it, put it into motion. That's wisdom. That's two. That's after the one. So the foundation is cool. You're going to always have to learn about it, but go to two, put it into motion. That's important. It's important. DJ Elmo, health is big wealth, man. That's the only wealth that I know. That's the only wealth that I know. Tay, Peach Queen, what's going on? And Dominique, man, hey, I appreciate you. Likewise, man, I'll be out here trying to support brothers. And the crazy thing about it is when a lot of time, and it's another thing too, another thing that I've realized, a lot of people talk about people not supporting them. And they talk about the people that's closest to them that don't support them. But this is something that I found out too a lot of times. A lot of people say this. They be like, man, don't nobody really rock with me. Don't nobody really be supporting me. All my people that's close to me don't support me. I've realized something. A lot of people that say that, they don't reciprocate the support. So they get a lot of support, but they don't support the people that support them. Like, that's interesting. I got a few personal experiences with that. Y'all know I got a very inexpensive book, been out for a minute. I got several books. I got several things that are not expensive at all. And I've had people, close people to me, not support them. Yet I have went out of my way to spend $30, $40, $50 with some of these same people. Some of these same people that act like they don't get support from people that are close to them, from people that's been around them. I have, soon as they come out with a product, I have supported it. Yet I got a book for $5.99, and these same people have not supported the book, but they'll be the same people complaining about not getting support. So that's interesting. You got a lot of people that's built like that. So I just take note of that. I'm going to support you just off the strength because that's what I do. But I'm going to take note when you don't reciprocate that support and you complaining about not receiving it. I'm going to take note of that. Now, if you didn't complain about not receiving the support, then I'm good. But when you act like you're not receiving support and you are, we going to have a problem, especially when I know I'm supporting and you ain't reciprocated the support. So we going to have a problem when you doing that. Going to have a problem. Bella, you say, what's the two? What's the three? Oh, the three is the understanding. So when you take what you know and you put it into motion, that gives birth to the understanding. You understand the process. It's like math. So it's like you got to get the knowledge of the formula. You got to get the knowledge of the formula. Then you got to actually do the problem. Once you do the problem, you either going to get it right or you're going to get it wrong. Once you get it right, now you're able to say, oh, now I get it. When you hit them with the now I get it, that's the understanding. You get it wrong, you got to go back to the drawing board. You got to go back to the basics, go back to back to the foundation. You got to reevaluate what you did, where you messed up. But the moment you get the knowledge of the formula, then you actually write the problem out and you get it right and you hit them with the now I get it. That's the three. That's the understanding. Now it's understood. Now you know exactly how they got from point A to point B. When you know how they got from point A to point B, that C is that understanding. So you know and understand the formula. So you good. You good. And that's the best part is what we call it, man. Once you get that understanding, once you hit yourself with that now I get it, don't get better than that. Don't get better than that. Tay, I really don't have an answer in regards to why people are like that. I'm honestly starting to feel like a lot of people just choose to be miserable. I think a lot of people, and this may sound harsh, but I think a lot of people do that for attention purposes. A lot of people just like that attention. I read about that too in regards to like, I think I was reading a fitness book that talked about why some people actually don't want to lose weight. And one of the reasons why, it was a psychological reason in regards to why some people don't like to lose the weight and they like to remain obese because of the attention, the sympathy that they get by being obese. They feel like if they lost the weight and became fit, they would lose that sympathy. People wouldn't feel sorry for them anymore. So I was like, whoa, that's kind of deep. So I feel the same. I feel that same science applies to that. When people act like they're not getting the support, but they actually are, it's that sympathy. People want people to have sympathy for them. Like, nah, man, people are supporting you. What you talking about? It's that attention. They want that sympathy from other people. They want to make it seem like nobody is supporting. They want to make it seem like they down so people can have that sympathy for them. So that I think it revolves around that. I think people are like that for that reason. But when I read about that in that fitness book or that health book, I was like, that's crazy. So a lot of people choose to remain obese and don't want to get in shape because of the sympathy, the attention that comes along with it. They feel like they lose that weight, then they're going to lose that. People ain't going to have sympathy for them anymore. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of interesting. Dominique, soon as I get the shirts, they going right up on the website. Soon as I get them, they supposed to be here by the 15th. Yeah, mahogany, and it's a messed up identity to have, man, because it's sick. Like if you getting support from people that like you that's disrespectful to the people that support you. To act like you're not getting it. You know, that's disrespectful, man. So don't do that. That's gonna make the person not want to support you again because you're not acknowledging the fact that you getting that support from them people. Oh, Justin, man, you already know it. You already know it's definitely crucial, man. I tell people that all the time, man. We live in mathematics. That's the language of the universe. The only true language of the universe is mathematics. So when people tell me I don't like math, I'm like, man, for one, you don't like yourself and you don't like the universe because that's the language of the universe, mathematics. You better get in tune. You better learn that math. You better master math on all levels. No math is useless. No math is pointless. All math serves a purpose. All math serves a purpose, man. It's the language of the universe. Math is crucial. Math and science, man, we need to master math and science. And for the most part, those are the two subjects that we tend to hate the most. We so focused on mastering English, mastering the language that they gave us. We like that more than we like math and science. Nah, start talking mathematics on them. See, they don't understand that when we start talking mathematically speaking, when we start using supreme math, they don't understand what we're saying. They don't understand what we're saying. Matter of fact, if y'all don't know a little history in regards to the Nation of Gods and Earths, man, they actually started to ban that in prisons, man. So we weren't even able to speak our language, speak that code in the prisons because they didn't like it, because they didn't understand it. But you study math and science, man, those are universal languages. Universal languages. That's why I tell people, man, study math, study science. You study math and you study science, man, nobody can stop you. Nothing can stop you. You master math, you master science, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Yeah, mahogany, honey, and that victim mentality, it's real. Like I've been seeing it a lot lately. It's real. It's real in the field. It's real in the field. But when I read that in that book, I was like, whoa. I was like, it's legit people that don't want to lose weight because they will lose the sympathy. That's a real thing. Like this actually came from real people saying this, like giving that reason. So this is not something that was like made up. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Oh, Bella, yeah, it goes up to 10, but the 10, we call that knowledge cipher. So then once it goes to the 10, we go back to, we go 11, we go 12. So it goes all the way up to that. We just take the numbers from 1 to 10 and we add them up. So when it's 11, again, that's 1 and 1. So that's knowledge. And that's all being born to 2, which is wisdom. So that's how we take the double digit numbers once it gets up to 10. So we add them together and we break it down that way. And again, we take those things and we apply them to our lives on a daily basis. So again, if you taking just the 1 and 1, y'all heard how I broke down what knowledge is. Foundation, that's information, that's observing, that's analyzing, experimentation, like all of these things, knowledge. So you take you make sure your foundation is solidified. Make sure your foundation revolves around getting the proper information. And that should give birth to like a fluid motion. So that's how we break down the math and we apply it to our lives. So I can take that and I can apply that to my fitness business, man. I can apply that to my gym business and just make sure I'm learning what I need to learn in order to help people or push people more towards their goals. That's the fluid motion that we're talking about. So that's how we take the math and we apply it to the day. So that's why we say, what's today's mathematics? So we supposed to take the math for the day and apply it to the day. That's when you live in the mathematics. Yeah, Jamoriak, yeah, that Crack Donald, what do you say, Murder King, like all of that. All of that. Put it all down, man. We don't, the Crack Donald's, Murder King, none of that. None of that. We need none of that. Oh, mahogany. I don't, and that's why I don't even listen. I don't even talk. It's again may sound harsh, but you got to choose your battles wisely. When you start talking to somebody with that mentality, man, that you might as well talk to a wall. The wall will understand you better. The wall will be more receptive than them. I've had plenty of conversations with them, and it just does not work. It does not work. It does not work. Magic realms, it's a big problem. Big problem. Big problem. Like I've seen it in action. It's a big problem. Magic realms, man. It's the self-entitlement, man. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that's happening now. It's a lot of things, and again, we got cancel cultures and we got things being normalized that I'm not too fond of, especially being like a trainer, man. So it's a lot of stuff that's being normalized out here that I feel like can become destructive. Nowadays, we got problems with, and this is happening on not just a woman end, but it's also happening with the men. Now it has been normalized and it's being accepted, and people are actually embracing it to walk around basically just kind of overweight and obese as if this is a good thing. Like, no, man. But then if you suggest that people lose a little bit of weight, which you looking out for the health, then now you body shaming. Now you body shaming. It's like, no, like, listen, you need to get your weight to a certain range for the betterment of your health, to increase your lifespan, so you can be around for your children, so you can enjoy life a lot more. Like, no, we're not saying that you shouldn't embrace who you are, but at the same time, like, yeah, I'm fine with the way that I am, but guess what? I'm gonna continue to go to the gym. I'm gonna continue to try to reach goals. I'm gonna continue to try to add muscle when I want to add muscle. So that's not gonna stop me from having goals that I'm striving to reach for my body. But at the end of the day, yes, I'm satisfied with who I am and how I am as a person. But that don't mean I'm not gonna strive to improve upon myself physically and mentally. So I'm not about to be like, yep, I'm 30 pounds overweight, but I'm satisfied with the way that I am. I'm satisfied with how I was made. No, I'm gonna say, man, I'm 30 pounds overweight. I'm gonna do something about that. I'm not gonna let it depress me that I'm 30 pounds overweight. See, that's me being satisfied with who I am. Yeah, I got to this 30 pounds overweight. I'm not gonna let it depress me, but I gotta do something about it. Gotta do something about it. So people making it seem like it's just cool to walk around with guts and things of that nature. If we walking around saying it's cool to walk around with these guts, then we telling people that it's cool to eat whatever it is that you want to eat. Because if you don't eat, if you eat what it is that you need to eat, you're not about to walk around with that gut. It's not going to be there. So we are encouraging this laziness. We are encouraging this terrible eating when we walk around and praise people for straight having a gut. Like, this is stuff that we are doing. This is stuff that's happening. Look, I see a gut, man. It's time to put in some work. I got a lot of clients, man. I got clients. This is crazy. I got clients. A lot of my clients, they not severely overweight or obese. I got a lot of clients that they are relatively small when it comes to, like, they may be like 140 pounds, 150 pounds, maybe 160. I got a few that's hitting 200, but they taller. So it's not a bad looking 200. So, but the crazy thing about it is the ones that are like 150, 160, they was like, man, I just felt myself getting too big. And guess what people say? They were like, man, you ain't number 160 pounds. What you mean? What you working out for? Why you trying to get skinny? Like, so a person at 160 pounds and they short, they start to feel themselves gaining too much weight. But since the person over here 250 pounds not willing to do something about it, they trying to criticize that person. You don't need to work out. You only 260 pounds. Man, they not trying to listen. They know that if they don't catch it right now, they're going to continue to put on weight. So they trying to put an end to it. I've seen that a lot of times, man. A person 150 pounds say they want to get down to 135 and people criticize them. Oh, man, you fine at 150. Man, if the person say they want to get down to 135, let them get down to 135. We're going to transform it into muscle, and it's going to be a good looking 135. So chill on out, especially if you 150 pounds overweight. Like, nah, put in the work, focus on yourself. Don't worry about the person that you feel like is too small to be losing weight. Let them do what they want to do. Let them do what they feel is right. So I see that a lot of time. Ah, Bella, it's simple, and that's what we say. Keep it simple, stupid. So yeah, the math is very simple, and a lot of times, a lot of people be looking for profound answers, but a lot of answers here, a lot of solutions to our problems are very simple. Nothing deep, nothing profound. It's real simple. Simplicity is going to trump that complexity at the end of the day. It's real simple out here. Even when it comes to fitness, being in shape, being healthy, it is really simple. It's not even complicated. We make it complicated, but it's really simple. Y'all know exactly what foods y'all need to eat to be healthy. It is really simple. Y'all know exactly what foods you should not eat in order to be healthy and avoid disease. It's really simple. It's simple in theory. Now you just got to put it into practice, put it into motion. Oh, Bella, hey, 5% nation of guys on earth. So if you looking to learn more about it, the best way to study is to just talk to one of us that then walk through the lessons and all of that. So all you got to do is reach out. I don't know if you on Instagram, Facebook. All you got to do is find me if you want to learn more about it. We got all, yeah. We trying to keep the ancestry of the ancestral practice alive of oral tradition. See, a lot we done lost that oral tradition. See, that's one of the ways we can keep a lot of our things sacred too, passing traditions down orally. Because you know they done stole a lot from us, man, when we write things down, man. So we want to keep the oral tradition alive too. Oh, Dominique, no doubt. You already know I got you, bro. Mahogany, and that's what I said. Something people give me flack when I start talking about weight. People give me flack when I start talking about weight. Man, I'm not listen. I'm not praising anything I'm not praising anybody that's obese or overweight. I'm seriously concerned for your overall health and well-being. Now, on the flip side, there are plenty of people who are skinny, plenty of people who are normal weight that are not healthy. But at the end of the day, that's adding way more stress to the heart when you are overweight and obese. So we need to get that weight down, especially when you're sitting around complaining about problems, man. We got to focus on getting that weight down. That's a health concern. That's a health hazard. So I'm not about to listen. I'm the wrong person to come to for sympathy for that. We gonna get this weight down. Like we not about to be like, we satisfied with this weight. No, we not. We getting this weight down. We getting this weight down. The weight can be lost. We gonna do it. We gonna get healthy, man. We focusing on getting healthy. When you focus on getting healthy, like that weight gonna drop. So we focusing on getting healthy. And part of getting healthy is losing that excess fat. That's part of it. As harsh as it may sound, like you not walking around, you not healthy when you carry excess weight, man. That's straining your heart, period. So if people want to call it body shaming, that's just what it is. Yeah, Magic Rims, man, they canceling any and everything, man. You say anything out here, you getting canceled. You getting canceled. They canceling cartoons that we grew up on, like they canceling everything. Everything is getting canceled. Everything is getting canceled, but the things that actually need to be canceled. That's crazy. Sharif, man, exactly. Exactly. And that's all I'm saying. Like, I love myself, but I know I got ways to go. I know I got stuff I still need to do. I know I got improvements and strides I still need to make. But I definitely love myself, no doubt. No doubt. Magic Realm, man. That's why I don't hang around them toxic people. Listen, when we talk about alkaline foods, we gotta start talking about alkaline people. We gotta start talking about toxic foods and toxic people. So people are a part of your diet as well. So you got to understand that. We talking about diet, we talking about regimens and things like that. People are a part of that. You got to surround yourself with alkaline type people, alkaline forming people, meaning people that provide you or supply you with that positivity. So you got to supply yourself with people who have an alkaline type of mentality instead of that toxic mentality, man. These people are a part of your diet. These people are a part of your regimen. So you got to watch who you include in your diet as far as people go. Oh, mahogany, yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Oh, Brandon, hey, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, Bella, hey, just reach out. Just reach out to me. Just reach out to me. And DJ Elmo, man, that's a formula right there. Oh yeah, mahogany and tape, most definitely. That's why I tell people, man, people don't understand. Diet is a little bit deeper than physical foods that we eat. Look at your people. Man, you could be eating clean. You could be eating an alkaline type of diet, man. But if you surrounded by toxic people, guess what? You still gonna be toxic. You still gonna be suffering. You still gonna be damaged. So, man, you got to surround yourself. Like, listen, the physical foods that you eat, like the people that you hang around should reflect that as well. So if you're trying to eat plant-based, you're trying to eat alkaline type foods, then you need to surround yourself with those type of people. Like that's just an actual fact. That's just an actual fact. So y'all know the type of people that we talking about. Y'all know exactly the type of people that we talking about that's toxic. Y'all know those type of people, man. You don't want to include that in the diet. You don't want to include them in the diet at all. Don't want to do it. You do not want to do it. Just like when you eat a food that's toxic and bad for you, and it slows you down. It brings you down. It makes you lethargic, fatigued. You may get a headache. We had the same responses to people. You deal with a certain person and it drains you. It makes you tired, fatigued. You feel overworked. You get a headache. Like you get all of these same symptoms by dealing with actual people. So again, pay attention to that, man. When you dealing with a person and then the side effect of dealing with this person involves you getting headaches, you feeling fatigued, drained, and all of that, man, that person is toxic. That person is toxic, man. You should listen, or if you walk away from that conversation or that interaction full of energy, like that person just supplied you with life, that's the type of person that you want to be around, hang around. Those are the type of people that you want to deal with. That's the type of energy that you want to consume. So we got to be mindful, man. We got to be mindful of that, man. That's why, again, say this like a broken record. That's why I do not hang around a lot of people. I just don't. I'm real mindful in regards to the people that I choose to hang around. Very mindful. Magic rims. That's why they say before you go to sleep, do things like read a positive book or something along those lines, man. Just tapping into the subconscious. But the information is very important. That's like the news. Why I don't watch the news for the most part. Really don't care for it. Like I'm gonna stay up to date on what's going on, but I'm not about to just make it a priority to watch the news. You know, so I don't obsess over the news because we already know how destructive the news can get. So I control the news. I control the information that I consume. Because again, part of your diet, all of this is diet related. All of this is important to your health. All of it. All of it is important, man. You get on YouTube, man, don't entertain these channels that's tearing people down. Don't entertain that. You are what you consume. When they say you are what you eat, but you got to understand what eat mean. You got to understand what consume mean. Like, listen, you are the foods that you eat. You are the videos that you watch on you become this stuff, man. You become the videos that you watch on YouTube, the people that you watch on YouTube, the foods that you eat, the people that you hang out with, people that you interact with, the places that you tend to populate or frequent. You become these things. You take on the energy of that. You take on the vibe, the frequency of these things. Like literally. So you are what you eat is bigger than the actual foods that you eat. Like you are what you eat pertains to everything that you consume. You become all of that. That makes you. That turns you into the person that you will become. So all the videos that you watch and the music that you listen to, man, this is all important. This is all important in regards to who you are, who you will become. So you gotta know and you gotta understand that. You gotta be mindful. You gotta be mindful. Be mindful what you listen to. Be mindful what you watch. Be mindful. Be mindful who you talk to. Be mindful what you read. Be mindful where you go. Got to be mindful, man. We got to be mindful of all of this, man. It's important. Hey, tell you this. You say you popcorn. Yeah, you sitting back, taking in the jewels, eating the popcorn. So you the popcorn now. Magic Rim, no doubt, man. We gotta listen. We gotta choose that wisely, man. You listen to that relaxing music, man. You listen to affirmations, whatever it is, man. You listen to that, man. You become that. It's a reason why you can listen to something that's relaxing and you start to relax, because you becoming that. You are becoming that. A lot of people, they had a philosophy that I'm not my body, I'm not this, that, and the third. No, listen, you are this body. I'm claiming this body. I'm claiming this body. This body is my temple. So listen, I treat it with care because I feel like it's a part of me. So I am very mindful in regards to what I consume. Yeah, DJ Elmo, that's what it's about. Them alkaline sources, man. Them alkaline sources. Mahogany, and yeah, a lot of people slip up on the media. A lot of people slip up on it, man, because again, it's a lot of things that we like to entertain. That we like to entertain. That's why sometimes when a lot of people ask me, have I heard of such and such, the answer be no, because I just be getting bad vibes from some of these people. I be getting bad vibes, man. If I feel like you about tearing anybody down, I'm not gonna rock with it. I'm not about to rock with it for the most part. If you tearing anybody down, man, if you tearing a brother down, if you tearing a sister down, don't got time for that. I don't got time for it. Because then you tend to get caught up in that, man. Like it never fails. You get caught up in that type of energy every time. Never fails. So I choose not to get caught up in that energy. I used to get caught up in that energy, but now I don't. I'm looking to be informed. I'm looking to be inspired, motivated, just learn a little something, learn about things that interest me. Like that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. Just learning, just educating yourself, being inspired, being motivated. Like, man, we got moves to make. We got things to build out here. You got things to build out here. Righteous, peace, what's going on? Centriez, what's going on? Thunder Scorpion, peace, what's going on? And Tay, no doubt about it. One thing that people, listen, can't nobody accuse me of tearing anybody down. Can't do it. I may have said that I don't rock with certain people, but I'll kind of leave it at that. I'm not about to give you a whole video or a whole spiel why I don't rock with another brother, or rock with a sister. And I don't recall tearing any sister down. I don't recall that. That's not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. I'm not doing that. Not doing that at all. If I'm tearing anything down, it is the system in which has a role in keeping us oppressed as a people. So if I'm tearing anything down, that's what I'm tearing down. That is what I am tearing down. That is literally it. I'm tearing down the myths that's been supplied to us by this system. That's what I'm tearing down. That's my enemy. Hey, King Smoke, man, get that garden rocking, man. That's the end goal, growing our own. Yeah, Magic Rims, that's all it does, man. It breeds negativity, breeds destruction. So I don't have time to partake in that. That's why I like when I pick up on those vibes. If I'm watching a person, man, and it starts turning into that, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta roll. I gotta roll. I can't do that, man. When a lot of times people lose sight of the true purpose, educating the people, inspiring the people, motivating the people. People, that ego gets inflated with a lot of people, and they may have started off on that course. They may have started off educating, inspiring, motivating, etc., etc. But then once they reached a certain level, they got big headed with it. Then it started turning, like the ego started to control everything. So they lost the focus. They lost the purpose. They lost sight of the purpose, lost sight of the mission. Not doing it, not happening. Hence, one of the reasons why like a lot of channels such as myself, like it's a slow grind, because we're not out here doing things for attention. I'm not doing that. I'm not out here doing things for attention, man. I'd never do that. Never do that. I'm gonna just say what I feel is true, accurate, based off of the information. Based off of the information that I've gathered. Like that's what I'm gonna come and talk about, man. I'm focused on educating. I'm focused on getting people healthy. I'm focusing on building up their minds, inspiring, motivating people to take some action, to be self-sufficient. That's what I'm on. If it ain't pertaining to that, I don't really care about it. Oh, Burberry, man, no doubt about it. Like I said, I didn't got a lot of I didn't got a lot of flack on the low. A lot of my flack be coming on the low. People be messaging me with the flack, with the hatred and things of that nature. So that's what really be happening on my end. It's like, come on, man. Like, you're not really about to phase me. But a lot of my stuff is in the form of threats, because y'all know some of the stuff that I talk about. So a lot of that be in the form of threats. But again, we still here rocking. I know how algorithms and stuff like that work. So for the most part, some of the stuff that I would talk about, they be trying to hide it, trying to suppress that. They don't want somebody such as myself showing up on all the algorithms. They don't want that happening. They don't want that happening at all. Because the moment that happened, listen, the moment that happened, the same thing that I've been telling y'all, I tell people that on a massive scale, and they know that. So the message will never change. Listen, 1 million people start rocking with me. Guess what I'm gonna tell a million people to start doing or stop doing? Stop eating that meat. Stop eating that dairy. Start fasting. Man, listen, the moment I do something like that on that type of scale is the moment I come up missing. So they don't want that to happen. They don't want that to happen. But too many times I've seen people reach a certain type of following and their message starts to change. Everything starts to change about them when they reach a certain type of level on some of these platforms, man. And that stuff be kind of corny to me. Yeah, DJ Elmo, man, that ego can get a little too crazy. It can get crazy for folks. They can't manage that ego, man. That ego, again, ego driven. When you ego driven, man, that's only going to lead to a clash, a wreck. That's the only thing that's going to come with being ego driven. When that ego is driving you, see, you the vehicle. When that ego is driving you, not too long after that, not too long after the ego gains control of the vehicle, that you will have a fatal accident. So that's why it's not good to be ego driven. That ego, being ego driven, that's going to lead to a fatal collision. And we don't want it to lead to that. We don't want it to lead to that, man. So it's not cool to be ego driven out here. The underscore be too much exposure. And that be getting the best of some people, man. People don't know how to handle that. Terenzo, peace. What's going on, my G? Oh, Bella, it's crazy. Like I said, I used to get way more threats back in the day when the algorithm. See, I was on here, I was making moves when the algorithms wasn't so trash. Algorithms are trash now. Algorithms are garbage now. But back in the day, everybody used to see what you posted, man. It was easy for people. It was easier for people to see what you posted and did. Back in those days, that's when I used to go extremely hard. So everybody was seeing what I was posting. And that came with a lot of threats. It was like, hold on. And the crazy thing about a lot of stuff that I was saying, they wasn't saying that it was inaccurate. They wasn't saying that it was false. They was just saying I need to stop saying it, or I need to watch what I'm saying. So they did not deny the truth in what was being said. So that's the crazy thing about it. They were just like, man, you need to stop spreading it. Yeah, Tay, man, I didn't unsubscribe to so many people. Terrence, peace. What's going on with you? But yeah, Tay, I didn't unsubscribe. I'm quick to unsubscribe, man. Listen, when that channel take that type of turn, I'm gone. I'm gone. And that didn't happen to a lot of people that I once used to rock with. Whole channel just changed, or their whole personality just shifted. It's like, man, come on, man. Remember what you're doing this for. Hey, Terenzo, that sour side, man, I can't find none where I'm at. King Smoke, always pick them brains, man. Soak it in. Be a sponge. Be a sponge, always. Yeah, righteous. And that's why I said controlling the ego. A lot of people like the ego in and of itself. The ego is like anything else. In and of itself is neutral. It's not necessarily destructive. It's not necessarily something that's positive. It's neutral. But what happens is we don't know how to control that ego. We don't know how to tame that ego. That's when it becomes a problem. Not impressed. Peace. What's going on with you? And I mean, you missed a little bit of the inspiration, man. Just encouraging people to stop talking so much, and just start doing more. Because a lot of times we get so focused and so caught up on the whole, I'm just gonna speak it into existence, that we forget to actually do what needs to be done in order to really manifest what it is that we're trying to bring into existence. So never forget that part of the process, man. You can't just think it and speak it and then it will happen. No, you gotta think it, speak it, you gotta do it, you gotta be it. Those are important steps as well. So never forget that. Never forget that. Bella, no doubt. Yeah, it's definitely pros and cons. Um, Definitely pros and cons. I saw a lot more pros back when the algorithms were a little more loose, when people was able to see the content. And I think that's why they did the algorithms the way that they are, currently, because there was a lot of messages like listen, I had did some political things, and I was like real aggressive with getting people to see what it was that I posted. So a lot of people were seeing some of the things that I was posting intentionally. Man, I was tapping into a lot of different crowds, a lot of different people. Now it's not that easy, man. They make you work to show up in these algorithms, and they doing it on purpose, because it was a lot of people were seeing messages, man, that now you got to do a lot of work in order to see it. And that was changing lives. That was changing lives for sure. I was able to just post some information, and people who needed to see that information saw that information without them having to dig. So I was getting a lot of people, man, just inboxing me, messaging me, man, based off of something they had saw me post. Nowadays, these people won't even see the post. Man, you know how many people back then, like 10 years ago, was giving credit to me for them stopping eating meat, stopping smoking cigarettes, all these type of things, because I was dropping all the information. I was dropping all the information. All the information. And they was like, man, like just seeing your post, man, it encouraged me to stop smoking, stop eating this, stop eating that. Now, man, the people that be really needing to see it don't see it. And it can be, y'all know, for the most part, what gets censored and what gets buried in the algorithms is positive stuff. So it don't necessarily be the destructive stuff. So they not censoring stuff that's destructive. They censoring the stuff that will help the people. That's what they censor. Then they call it destructive. They call it pseudoscience or whatever they want to call it. They want to label it as such, but really it's stuff that will help the people. They censor that. They bury those things deep within the algorithms to where it's hard to find it. So that's what they do, man. You start talking about helping your people become healthier. You ain't about to show up in the algorithms like that. You're gonna have to really do some trick knowledge. You're gonna have to trick the algorithms for you to really show up in the algorithms, man. You talking about getting the people healthy. You talking about fasting. Nah, man, you better nope. We ain't that. We can't let them see that. Can't let them see that. Before they see that, they're gonna have to see 5 videos about why pork is good or something like that. So they gotta counter it. They gotta balance it out. So if they see, if somebody's just so happened to see my video about fasting, guess what? They probably saw 4 or 5 videos about why you shouldn't fast. So then they gonna see my video about fasting, but they already disagree with it because they didn't see 4 or 5 videos about why not to fast. Then now my video popping up about fasting and the benefits of it. So that's it, man. It's a lot of trickery going on, man, with the algorithms, man. They're really trying to bury the positivity, the empowerment, the healthy information. Like they trying to bury that. They trying to suppress it. They don't want people to see that on a consistent basis. They don't want it. It's been like that, man, but they had to put a stop to it because a lot of that information was easily accessible on these platforms way back in the day when these platforms were like in the infancy or fairly new. They didn't learn some things. They making you pay to get your message across. They making you pay. They making you pay for some ads in order for your message to get across. Oh, it's young, no doubt. No doubt. Mess up a lot of powerful businesses too. A lot of powerful industries. They're righteous, no doubt. They'll tell you, if I'm telling you to fast, they'll tell you that I'm telling y'all to starve yourselves. So they're gonna make that appear to be evil when people been fasting forever. I tell you to stop eating meat, then they gonna tell you that no, we was designed to eat meat. They're gonna start trying to counter it. They're gonna try to make it look like what I'm talking about is unhealthy, destructive. If you don't eat your meat, then you're not gonna have protein and you gonna this, that, and the third. They're gonna try to counter that. They're gonna make they're gonna make what's harmless appear to be harmful, when in reality, what they pushing is harmful. Oh yeah, yeah, Belly, it's getting way tighter, way tighter, way tighter. Yeah, Belly, and they know that too. So they know the masses ain't really gonna search for the correct information. They're not gonna search for the healthy information. They're not gonna search for a video such as myself. I find a lot of people like, man, how you find that? I'm like, man, I search for it. I research. Like I'm gonna do the knowledge. I'm gonna go find some videos. I'm gonna go find some stuff. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna find it. I'm not just gonna keep. I'm not just gonna keep fooling with what they're giving me to fool with. I'm gonna find what I need to find. But a lot of people are not gonna do that. They just gonna accept what's given to them. So whatever YouTube is suggesting and recommending to them, they gonna fool with it. They're like, man, all right, whatever YouTube is suggesting to me or recommending to me, that's got to be all there is. It can't be anything out here deeper than this. Whatever YouTube is suggesting to me, that's what I'm rolling with. I'm just gonna click on that. The wife is in the building, y'all. Say peace to the wife. Oh, DJ Elmo, I'm already knowing. I already know how that works. I know how the keyword system work. You mention certain words, you done. You done deal, and you on their radar. You in their system. You locked in. Mahogany Honey, welcome to the club. People get on me about this. People say I don't like nothing. People straight get on me about it. When it comes to mute, like anything that's mainstream, they already know I probably don't like it. I do not like it. I don't care for it. Do not care for it. They always accuse me of not liking anything. I'm like, man, there's plenty of stuff out here. There's plenty of stuff out here that's not mainstream that's good. So when I sit up here and say I don't like something that's mainstream, but they be getting on me. They get on me. A lot of people get on me for that. I'm so bad with it, man. If a lot of people watching something, I don't even like to watch it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna wait for it, the hype to die down, then I'm gonna check it out. Bonafide, what's going on? So I'm on that type of vibe. I definitely don't rock with mainstream stuff, man. I do not care for things that are mainstream. Do not care for it at all. Been that way for a minute. Been that way for a minute. If it's mainstream, I probably not gonna tune into it for the most part. And like I said, I get a lot of flack for that, man. A lot of people joke, they joke about it. They joke about it. They know I'm be rocking with it. They know it. So I'll let you know. You probably get in my car. I'll probably play some music you've never heard in your life before, and I'm cool with it. When I was in college, man, I used to get these brothers a ride. Back home, we used to come home. Why they used to hate riding that car with me, man, because I wasn't about to play the music they wanted me to play. I'm playing my music. For one, I'm driving, so I got to stay awake. So I got to play stuff that I'm rocking with. I'm playing the music that's making them think. They like, man, they wanted to play whatever was hot at that time. I don't know what was it, Future, Drake, whatever. I don't know. They wanted to hear that. I'm like, nah, man, I'm about to bump this music that's making me think, that's keeping me awake right now with some substance, man. That's what I'm about to bump. I'm playing it the whole 4.5 hours. So y'all can either get with it or y'all go to sleep, whatever y'all want to do. But I'm rocking this music with a message. I'm rocking this music with some substance. And I suggest you sit back and listen, because you might learn something if you just listen to it. So yeah, I didn't been there, done that, man. I didn't put some young brothers on some music that's different to where they now finally appreciate it like 10 years later. But I was on it 10 years ago. Yeah, hey, it's all mind control. Oh, yeah, indie is the way, man. Indie is the way. Underground, indie, whatever. It's the way. The way. That's popular music to me. That's pop music to me. If it's indie underground, I'm rocking with it. But man, with that being said, man, I was just getting warmed up on this stream, man. But I gotta make a move. I actually got an appointment. I gotta meet somebody, chop it up with them. Thunder Scorpion. I still get accused of being too judgmental when it comes to music, definitely. One of the reasons I was really judgmental is because I did music, and I felt like I could just outright and out rap most of these whack dudes that was out here. But I'm still probably too judgmental. But with that being said, man, I gotta tap out, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all again, more than likely tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely Saturday. We're gonna keep chopping it up, man. We're gonna keep building, we're gonna keep growing. I appreciate all the comments, questions, everything, man. I just appreciate y'all. It's always a positive stream, always a positive vibe. We're gonna keep it that way. So y'all enjoy the rest of this Thursday, man. Y'all get some rest in, get some healthy foods in, meditations, affirmations, all that good stuff, man. I'm gonna check in with y'all possibly tomorrow, but Saturday at the latest. Y'all be easy out here, man. Peace.